You open Instagram. Some 22-year-old just bought a Rolex with crypto profits. Your buddy from school is closing his third deal this quarter. Even your cousin's dog has a finance meme page with more followers than your bank account has dollars. Meanwhile, you've got $340 in savings, a part-time job, and a vague feeling that everyone else got the money manual and you got left in the group chat with no signal. Here's what I want to tell you in the next 8 minutes. That feeling is real, but the story you're telling yourself about it almost entirely made up, and I've got the receipts. Name the problem. There's actually a name for what you're feeling. Researchers call it money dysmorphia, like body dysmorphia, but for your bank account. You look at your finances and see something way worse than what's actually there. And it's not a small problem. Recent data found that 43% of Gen Z and 41% of millennials deal with this. That's not a few unlucky people. That's basically every other person you know, quietly convinced they are the one who's behind. Funny thing is, most of the people feeling this way, their actual finances are fine, above average even. They just feel like garbage because of what they are comparing themselves to. The comparison machine, aka why your For You page is lying to you. Let's talk about where this feeling actually comes from, because it's not your fault, and I mean that literally. Nobody posts still renting a room, ate rice for the fourth night this week, but I did max out my index fund contribution like a responsible adult. That doesn't get views. What gets views is the yacht, the six figures at 23, the guy doing donuts in a car he definitely leases. Over half of the people who use social media say it's made them feel worse about their money. You're not weak for feeling that pull. You're a normal human brain, being fed a carefully curated highlight reel and mistaking it for a full movie. Everyone else is editing their trailer. You're watching the whole 3 hour film of your own life, bloopers included. The myth that's actually keeping you broke. Okay, here's the part that made me want to make this video. This isn't just a feeling problem. The anxiety is actively stopping people from doing the one thing that would fix it, starting. When people were asked how much money you need to start investing, the average 18 to 30-year-old guessed around £58,000. 58,000. You know what you actually need on most platforms today? About £1, €1, $1. Less than what you just spent on a coffee that had more syrup in it than coffee itself. So think about that for a second. An entire generation is sitting on the sidelines, paralyzed, waiting to save up a number that isn't even real. The bar isn't high. The bar is basically on the floor. You've been stepping over a door you thought was locked, and it's been open the whole time. But what if I lose it all? Now maybe money is not even the issue for you. Maybe it's fear. You've got a bit saved, but the second investing comes up, your brain goes straight in the worst case scenario. Losing it all. Becoming a cautionary tale. Your mom saying, I told you so, at every Christmas dinner for the next decade. Here's the actual math. People guess their odds of losing everything in a diversified investment over 5 years is around 23%. Almost 1 in 4. That's terrifying if it were true. It's not even close to true. A boring diversified investment held over years doesn't behave like a casino chip. It behaves like a tree. Slow, occasionally ugly in a storm, but it's not designed to just vanish. The actual risk of poof, gone, is nowhere near where your anxiety is telling you. Your brain is running a horror movie trailer for a documentary about oak trees. My own version of this. I'll be real with you for a second. I'm not standing above this lecturing you from some mountain. I've felt every single one of these things. I'm 19, working a retail job, watching people my age post numbers that made my stomach drop. What actually moved the needle for me wasn't waiting until I made it. It was starting small, staying boring, and letting time do the heavy lifting while I keep showing up. Gym, work, one email at a time. Nobody claps for boring. Boring is also the only thing that's ever actually worked. What to actually do with this? So here's the deal. Two things, and neither of them requires you to have your life together first. 1. Stop measuring your finances against a highlight reel. You're not behind a real person. You're behind an edited character somebody built for engagement. 2. The amount you think you need to start is a fiction. You don't need £58,000. You need whatever's sitting in your account right now that you can afford to not touch, even if that number is embarrassingly small. Small and started beats big and imaginary every single time. You don't need to fix everything this week. You need to stop treating not started yet as a personality trait. Here's the thing nobody tells you about feeling behind. Almost everyone feels it. The guy who made it at 23 online is probably editing his own highlight reel right now, quietly panicking about something else entirely. You're not in last place in a race everyone else is winning. You are just watching a fake scoreboard.